Hello everyone. This is George from Invensys Learning. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today's video is for all those beginners who want to know about business analysis. If you are interested in kickstarting your career as a business analyst, but have no idea where to begin, this video will surely help you. So, without any further thought, let us start the session. Now, let us take a look at the agenda. In this particular session, I will be starting the video by briefing you about business analysis history. Next, I will discuss what business analysis is. Then, I shall tell you why business analysis is important for any organization and continue by showing top companies that use business analysis. So after that, we shall see how business analysis is different from other professions. Later, we shall look into how business analysis is performed. Further, we shall see various knowledge areas of business analysis. Then, for a clear picture of business analysis, we shall see a case study. Post that, we shall see different business analysis techniques. Later, we shall focus on who is a business analyst and then continue to know the roles of business analysts and business analysts' responsibilities. Then, we shall discuss various skills of business analysts that have made their work easy. Later on, we will discuss different business analysis tools. Moving forward, we shall discuss the career growth in business analysis and then learn various business analysis certifications. And, finally, end the session by showing a demonstration on the Balsamiq tool. During the initial days of IT evolution, in the early 90s, there was a rapid increase in the need to incorporate the use of IT in businesses. Data storage was enhanced, user-friendly programs and new object-oriented programs such as Java were invented. The first graphical user interface came into being. All of these led to a boom in information technology. Although the value of technology was apparent, it was still costly. But why? The organizations wanted to utilize information technology to get better results. But they didn't have excellent experience in planning tasks ahead. The systems were developed considering the latest technology without reconsidering the necessity to create it, their relevant use, and the target audience. Also, despite their expertise in their respective fields, the communication between business users and programmers was hard. As a result, customers were unsatisfied, and a large sum of money was being spent on software rewrites, updates, maintenance, and resolving software defects. Organizations then began to hire a group of technical experts who would translate requirements into lines of codes. They were known as system analysts. System analysts had the technical outlook for the products to be developed. But, they lacked in business acumen that would make these systems more productive. There was a great need for someone who would analyze the need for the system, its requirement, and then provide an accurate definition of the IT requirements required to develop the system. Thus, the business analysis was born, and the role of business analyst came into existence. Since then, business analysis has become an integral part of every department in many organizations. It has emerged as a core business practice in the 21st century. Knowing about the history of business analysis, let us focus on what is business analysis. What is business analysis? According to the International Institute of Business Analysis, IIBA, the term business analysis is defined as the practice of enabling change in an enterprise by defining needs and recommending solutions that deliver value to the stakeholders. I think the definition gave you an idea about business analysis. To make you clearly understand, I will be explaining you a scenario. Let us consider a person, Jay, running a supermarket. Every year, he would make enough profit from this shop. But, as all know, the whole world was facing a huge disease called the corona. Due to this, the number of customers visiting the supermarket got reduced. And, ultimately, Jay had to face a considerable loss. As time elapsed, the food and other products got rotten, and finally, Jay had to close the shop. As we know, after some days, the world began to rework, and Jay also wanted to reopen his supermarket. But, he had no idea what step he should take to run the supermarket with no loss. Then, Jay visited a business organization and described his problem. The organization understood Jay's issues and asked him to meet John. When John understood the whole scenario, he came up with the following solutions. John asked Jay to restart his supermarket by giving some offers. Like, if the customer buys 2 products, he would be given another for free. The next solution was to give some discounts for those customers who buy for more than a certain amount. Next, he asked Jay to do home delivery for the products. The last suggestion was to provide coupons for those customers who bill more than certain ranges. And, these coupons would help the customers in their next shopping by reducing specific amounts. After making all these suggestions into action, Jay saw that the number of customers visiting his shop increased and the profit increased gradually. Jay was so happy and thanked John for helping him out. The story ended happily, But did you notice that you already went through the process of business analysis? If not, don't worry, I will be helping you out. In our story, John, whom the organization sent to help Jay, is only the business analyst. The actions he performed to help Jay reopening the supermarket is only business analysis. So simple, right? Now, let us understand more about business analysis. Business analysis is a professional skill set, a disciplined way of presenting and managing organizational changes. Since technology is changing at a greater pace, business analysis is also evolving. It now has an overall time growth of 14%, which is almost 9% greater than any other domain. Essentially, business analysis has become the backbone of every organization. Business analysis has evolved over the last 20 years. It gives practical solutions to many challenging problems. The business analysis process involves many strategic approaches that reach out to every corner of the project. It is a practice of enabling a shift in the enterprise by framing requirements and formulating solutions that deliver value to stakeholders. The business analysis allows you to understand the structure and dynamics of the company. It points to the technique of understanding business needs and implementing suitable solutions for a particular business problem. These solutions often revolve near to systems development, process improvement, strategic planning, and policy advancement. In the long run, the business analysis seeks to provide the following outcomes: generating effective solutions, providing the required documentation, assigning sufficient resources, achieving greater efficiency. Now that you have understood the term business analysis, we shall find out why it is important. Why is business analysis important? Now that you have seen a business analysis scenario, I am sure you will agree with me when I say that it is vital to every organization. Like in our story, if John, the business analyst, would not be there, Jay would face a huge loss. This is just one case where you could see business analysis is essential. But, in the current evolving trend, business analysis is way too important. The benefits and solutions it offers are enormous. Some of the reasons why organizations use business analysis would be: business analysis helps in analyzing business requirements that help in framing the proper planning. Also, business analysis has a particular pattern of documents that helps in creating adequate documentation. In addition to that, it identifies and develops various actions that help in improving the company's standards according to the present market. Business analysis is also required in the implementation and testing of the project. It also involves the strategic impact of social, political, on any other business. It identifies various ways to reach the estimated goals. Moreover, business analysis is an area that combines with many other operational areas of an organization throughout the project life cycle. It plays an instrumental role throughout the project life cycle and thereby increases the demand for business analysts in every organization. As we saw why business analysis is important, we shall take a look into top companies that use business analysis. Important. Top companies using business analysis. According to LinkedIn data, the top companies using business analysis are Tata Consultancy Services, TCS, Accenture, Cognizant, Deloitte, Kforce, American Express, Google, Apple, Dell Technologies, Amazon, Flipkart. As we know that business analysis is a process of acting as a bridge between internal departments by collecting, distributing, and managing company data. It helps organizations fulfill their goals by becoming IT business analysts, data analysis scientists, system analysts, business analysts managers, and computer science data analysts. Now you got to know how important business analysis is, we shall see how business analysis is different from other professions. So, how is business analysis different from other professions? Business analysis work includes communicating among stakeholders, development teams, testing teams, and other departments. There are many other job roles that have similar job descriptions as that of a business analyst, such as IT business analysts, technical business analysts, online business analysts, business systems analysts, or systems analysts. So, how is business analysis different from these job roles? Business analysis is slightly different from financial research, project management, quality assurance, organizational development, testing, training, documentation, and several other actions. But, depending on the organizational goals, a business analyst will act as one of the roles mentioned. So, let us now look into the difference between a business analyst and a system analyst is. In the case of the business analyst profession, it requires an entirely different set of necessary skills involving eliciting, analyzing, communicating, testing, and verifying requirements, and identifying the path to solve business problems and improve processes. On the other hand, System analysts mainly focus on creating and implementing specific systems with a more technical approach to the work. Coming to the difference between a business analyst and a data analyst. Business analysts' responsibilities depend on the industry standards, and the main objective includes analyzing and deriving relevant solutions from data to meet business requirements. On the other side, data analysts help companies by analyzing data and using that data to perform proper actions to present value to the business stakeholders. Data analysts also indulge themselves in providing competitive analysis or in identifying business or marketing trends. So, what is the difference between a business analytics and business analysis? In the business world, the terms business analytics and business analysis sound very similar. The primary difference between the two processes is that business analysis is more related to functions and operations. It depends on its architecture streams such as process architecture and enterprise architecture, whereas business analytics is usually dependent on data and reporting. It involves skills, technologies, past performance investigation, and information search. Now that you have got a clear picture of business analysis, let us see the various steps involved in the business analysis process. How is business analysis performed? Business analysis is divided into multiple steps, with each phase having specific tasks to perform, principles to follow, and documents to produce. Let us now discuss each step in detail. Information gathering. This is the initial step where you lay the groundwork for your project, including collecting some information about the project you are working on, clarifying the scope, requirements, and business objectives. The key responsibilities in this step are: initially, the business analysts will identify the primary stakeholders to engage them in detailing the project's business objectives. Then, these professionals will understand the history of the proposed project, along with the current systems and business processes. This particular step provides the information you require to be successful and effective in the project context. The next step is to identify your primary business objectives. So, what does that mean? This means to discover business objectives. In this particular step, the objectives and goals of the project are defined. It is always important to chalk out your business objectives before defining the scope of your project. Directly determining the scope will pose a lot of problems. The key responsibilities in this step are: firstly, the analyst must find out the primary expectations of the stakeholders. Then, he or she must find out the reason behind the given project. Later on, these professionals must ensure that all the business objectives are clear and attainable. And, finally, they will try to solve the conflicting expectations so that everyone is on the same page. Now that you have identified your primary business objectives, the next step is to define the scope of your project. Defining the scope. In this step, you need to define a clear, concise, and complete statement of scope. You need to evaluate and confirm the path you will take to attain the best results. This may include shortlisting the options, customizing the obtained path, combining the proper ways to get the things done. The first step in this stage is to develop multiple strategies to figure out the suitable technology and the business process changes that will help in implementing the solution. Next, these individuals must verify and confirm the business objectives to make sure that the organization is still investing in them, and, most importantly, drafting and reviewing the scope statement must be done. One can involve stakeholders as well to get their opinions. Now that the scope is ready, the next step is to devise a business analysis plan. Business analyst plan. Planning is necessary to make any project successful. Business analysts and the project owner can devise a proper plan to deliver the appropriate requirements. In the further stages of the project, a business analysis plan will answer many questions for you and your project team. It will bring clarity to the business analysis process and help you define the detailed requirements for a project. The key responsibilities in this step are: firstly, analysts must identify the most appropriate types of business analysis deliverables. Later, must set up deadlines for completing these defined deliverables. Remember that expected results would not be possible if no planning is done. Once your plan is ready, you need to define the requirements in a detailed manner. So, what is the next step? Define detailed requirements. After the planning process is done, the requirements are defined. Make sure that requirements are clear, concise, concrete, complete, and consistent. As an analyst, you need to understand your project scope and conditions in detail to develop the best solution possible. The key responsibilities in this step involves gathering the required information. Then, analyzing the discovered requirements and creating a first draft that contains the one or more business analysis deliverables in detail should also be done. After this, one must take care that outlining, and validating each deliverable with appropriate technology is reviewed effectively. Once you define all your requirements, it is time for you to implement those requirements. This is the next step. Implementation. The next step is to implement the planned solution. Implementing the solution is a crucial point. This step should proceed according to the way it was planned. Otherwise, the project may get delayed. As an analyst, you need to help the technical team in any way possible. Firstly, one must analyze the solution design to ensure it can fulfill all of the requirements stated by stakeholders. Then, documentation of the project is to be done so it will be useful for the technology design and implementation process. In addition to that, analysts must answer every question and resolve the issues that may occur during the technical design, implementation, or testing phases. Along with that, he also must assist the team to accept the changes that might come up. After all the steps are completed, including the implementation part, it is time to access them. Access the value created by the project. The last step is to check if the result obtained matches to what you had expected, in simple terms, accessing the value created by the implemented solution. While time and budget are two things that you can consider to evaluate the results, they are other metrics that you can consider. In this particular stage, more evaluation is done. Firstly, VA must evaluate the progress against the business objectives. Then, he or she needs to propose a follow-up plan, only if needed. Then, he or she needs to access the user engagement using various tools and techniques, and finally must deliver the results to the stakeholders. Now that you got a clear picture of the business analysis process, we shall look into different knowledge areas of business analysis. Knowledge areas of business analysis. The BABAC knowledge areas defines various categories of related information and tasks that a business analyst must know to apply in different situations. These knowledge areas do not necessarily represent different phases of a project. It is also not in the specific order in which tasks from various knowledge areas must be performed by the business analyst, as long as the necessary inputs for each task have been completed are available. If you want to apply the knowledge areas to your work world, you will need to master 6 business analysis areas. Business analysis planning and monitoring. Elicitation. Enterprise analysis. Requirements analysis. Solution assessment and validation. Requirements management and communication. Let us now understand each one of them in detail. The first one is business analysis planning and monitoring. In this section, a business analyst plans the approach to the business analysis. This approach includes a set of processes, templates, and activities that is used in performing business analysis. These planning and monitoring activities take place throughout the entire project life cycle. The results of this knowledge area will guide the tasks that are performed in the remaining 5 knowledge areas. So, what is a business analyst to do? Well, the business analyst's task list for this particular knowledge area would be: first, the business analysts plan a business analysis approach for the given project. He or she then determines a method to engage stakeholders, including stakeholder identification, analysis, and categorization. Then, he or she addresses the business analysis information management needs. And, finally, plans the requirements of the development and management process. Next knowledge area we are focusing on is elicitation and collaboration. Elicitation and collaboration determines how business analysts work with different stakeholders to elicit requirements and understand stakeholder needs and concerns. This knowledge area also addresses ongoing collaboration and in communication during the various business analysis activities. The business analyst's task list for this knowledge area is: firstly, analysts will prepare for elicitation activities. Then, he meets the stakeholders to conduct the elicitation activity. After that, they validate and record the elicitation results. And, finally, discuss the elicitation results with key stakeholders. The enterprise analysis and requirements analysis gets combined, and describes how the business analyst progressively elaborates to define, refine, prioritize, and organize the various requirements. Here, a business analyst takes the elicited information and tries to derive the project's real requirements. This knowledge area also focuses on graphically modeling the requirements. When performing these tasks, the business analyst should ensure the requirements' feasibility while defining and refining the characteristics of an acceptable solution. The various business analysts' tasks for this knowledge area are: business analysts will specify and model the different requirements and designs. They then verify and validate the requirements and designs by defining the architecture and structure of requirements. And, finally, analyzes the value and recommends an adequate solution. Solution assessment and validation is the next knowledge area. This area mainly focuses on assessing and validating the proposed, in progress, and implemented solutions before, during, and after the project life cycle. Many tasks in this knowledge area take place in the later part of the project life cycle. Business analysts' task in this area is to start with defining solution performance measures and analyzing solution performance data. After that, they must assess solution limitations and enterprise limitations. The next knowledge area, requirements management and communication, defines how the business analyst approaches managing and maintaining requirements. Business analysts also describe the tasks and techniques for managing changes, conflicts, and issues related to requirements. Business analysts perform requirement management tasks as part of requirements development work by managing requirements traceability and maintaining accuracy and reuse requirements. They also need to address requirements prioritization and determining how requirements should change. A case study on business analysis. Well, you guys have already seen an example. Those scenarios were imagined, or what you call as scripted. But what I am now telling you is the real business scenario. Let's get started with it. All of the guys would have heard the name Starbucks. Well, I know it is a famous coffee shop, and everyone knows it. But, do you know that, in 2008, in the USA, Starbucks wanted to close almost 600 of its coffee shops? So shocking, right? This shop was almost about to get closed, but some of the managers and other officials thought of implementing a better method that tries to seek the customer's attention. Soon after deciding that, these individuals started giving additional offers to customers visiting the coffee shop. To specifically mention, they gave free Wi-Fi facility, or some entertainment through music. Still, they faced lots of challenges that could be proved by the fact that the company lost the feeling of the warm neighborhood coffee shop and became a mass brand that would establish a premium price for the ordinary experience. Business analysts suggested that they should have reduced prices instead of giving so many facilities and tried to regenerate the brand exclusivity. At the same time, lots of business experts suggest that it was essential for the company to stay private, grow in a relatively controlled manner, and establish the special strategies to maintain its own status as a high-quality brand. After taking the suggestions from business analysts, the coffee shop went well, and they started earning good amounts of profit too. This case study proves that business analysis is way too important for any organization, maybe for their development, or for its identity. Top 5 Business Analysis Techniques. You guys have a clear understanding of the term business analysis, but do you know what techniques are needed during business analysis to perform every action? Here I will explain to you some business analysis techniques used by organizations worldwide that have made their life more comfortable. First, mission, objectives, strategies, and tactics. In this particular technique, identifying the mission, objectives, strategies, and tactics is done. This will help business analysts analyze internal structures of what an organization aims to accomplish, and how to formulate the specific solutions. Second, PESTLE, political, economic, sociological, technological, legal and environmental. PESTLE technique is one of the concepts in marketing principles. This concept is used as a tool by companies to track the environment they're operating in or are planning to launch a new project or product or service, etc. The PESTLE model also evaluates external factors that would impact business and determine how to address these factors if found. Third, SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. SWOT is one of the popular business analysis techniques. In this particular technique, both strengths and weaknesses of the organization are considered. It involves structuring and categorizing processes into opportunities and threats. This helps to determine the proper allocation of resources. Fourth, Moscow, must or should, could or would. This business analysis technique allows for prioritizing requirements by presenting a framework in which each condition can be evaluated relative to others. Is it a must-have? Something the project should have? Something that could be improved? Or something useful that would be added to the future? Fifth, CATWO, customers, actors, transformation process, worldview, owner, and environmental constraints. CATWO analysis is one of the best techniques that a business analyst uses to identify what the business is trying to achieve, what the problem areas are, and how stakeholder perspectives affect its people. This technique helps business analysts understand different stakeholders' perspectives and the impact that their views will have on the direction of the project. Apart from these techniques, many others such as brainstorming, mind mapping, business process modeling, BPM, use case modeling, are used. A business analyst needs to familiarize themselves with most of these techniques. After understanding business analysis techniques, let us now see who a business analyst is. Who is a business analyst? As already told, in our story, John is the business analyst. The scenario was a general perspective. To make you understand about a business analyst, let me discuss a business scenario with you all. Consider a website builder, by name Tina. Now, some organization, namely ABC, asked Tina to create a website. They also had some extra specifications that are to be mentioned in the website. Now, the work of Tina is just to create the website, but she faced difficulties in understanding the various demands asked by the organization ABC. So, then, Tina went in search of a business analyst. There she met Kelvin. Now, what Kelvin does? He just asks the organization for their demands that are to be present on the website. He noted all the points. Later Kelvin made all those rough points into a structured format, and noted all the tasks that are to be done by Tina. Then, he went to Tina, and discussed the various demands that were asked by the organization. After this, Tina understood her work, and started to begin. So, as already mentioned, Kelvin is only the business analyst. So, what does he do? He is not performing any activities either in the organization or as a website builder. He just acted as a link between the two different departments. Thus, one can define a business analyst as that person who acts as a liaison between the IT company and the management team and finds ways to streamline the entire business process. He or she communicates with different departments in an organization and recommends solutions. The main reason why business analysts are in demand is that their job cannot be automated. BAs have a detail-oriented mind and are always involved in analyzing. Their minds are continually thinking through questions about activities they observe. Hence all the work is done manually by themselves. Business analyst role. A business analyst is a multitasker responsible for performing many tasks. The primary function includes generating ideas, developing them, and then implementing them to reach their goals. A business analyst is required to communicate among stakeholders. Communication with the uppermost position or top management of the company is an essential role. On the other hand, he needs to interact with the company's marketing department, finance and accounting department, Salesforce, the production department, and the human resource department as a part of this job. The job of a business analyst is dynamic. The position of a business analyst differs from company to company according to the organizational goals. Some of the tasks assigned for a business analyst is understanding the business norms by determining a suitable way to improve the existing business processes. Then, business analysts have to implement new features by analyzing whether the implementation benefits the company, and then they need to identify the ways to make the analysis easier. Now that you have the roles of a business analyst, we shall look into some of his responsibilities. Business analyst responsibilities. A business analyst's role may vary, but some of a business analyst's responsibilities will never change. Along the journey of a business analyst, the responsibilities increase gradually. They are mainly responsible for increasing business efficiency. Many companies hire these professionals to solve problems, set new objectives or goals, and reach the expected results. Many others also rely on business analysts to carry out their responsibilities and effectively use their skills for the best results. The key responsibilities of a BA include understanding goals and problems, identifying the multifaceted organizational problems and opportunities for improvement in business operations and processes. Understanding the intricacies of a project is very crucial for business analysts. Meeting the organization's requirements. Eliciting relevant documents and requirements. Elicitation of requirements, and using those requirements to get the IT team on board, and understand what the client wants. That's one of the most significant responsibilities for BAs. It is also extremely critical for any BA to effectively document the findings where each client's requirement is efficiently mentioned, and nothing is left amiss. Analyzation. The most important responsibility of a business analyst is to analyze the information collected in a detailed manner. When a BA reviews the elements in detail, the analysis phase asserts what the business needs to do to achieve its goal. During this stage, the BA will also be required to interact with the development team and the technical architects, which brings us to the next responsibility, communicating with a broad range of people. Communication. The next responsibility is to interact with the business stakeholders and subject matter experts to understand their problems and needs. As a business analyst, it is essential to create and deliver quality presentations. A good business analyst also needs to dedicate countless hours, actively communicating back and forth. They need to listen and recognize verbal and nonverbal data. Implementation. The next responsibility is to devise strategies, to design new systems or modify existing business systems or processes. The business analyst's most important job is to spend time identifying multiple options for solving challenges and then helping pick the best one. A business analyst makes specific IT recommendations and supports the IT team in the implementation phase in any way they can. To make you understand the responsibilities of a business analyst, I shall discuss a story with you. Consider a small business travel agency which Kunal heads. So, what is done in the travel agency? As any other travel agencies, they also help the customers to reach their destination by giving them the particular vehicle and accommodation facilities. Then, a customer, namely Anand, visits the travel shop. He then meets Kunal. Anand says that he needs to go on an international trip. So, he requests Kunal to suggest the right place to visit. Then, Kunal asks Anand various questions like, how long do you want to travel? When do you want to go on the trip? How many members are traveling along with you? So, what are the ages of different members traveling? Do you have any suggestions regarding choosing the place? Do you have any specifications in choosing the hotel? And many more. When Anand answered all the questions, Kunal noted each of them. Then he started checking for a better place that could become Anand's family's holiday spot. Soon after that, he gave a list of around 5 countries to Anand and asked him to choose whichever he liked. After this, Anand selected one of his favorite countries, and asked Kunal to book for that particular country. After all these conversations, Kunal books the ticket for Anand and his family along with the accommodation. Then, Anand went on an international trip with his family and enjoyed a lot. So, let us now come to our tutorial training. We were discussing the responsibilities of a business analyst, right? But, all of a sudden, why did I speak about travel agencies? This is because, I wanted you to understand the responsibilities by giving you this example. So, what are those responsibilities that we saw? The first one in our list of responsibilities, I have mentioned understanding the problems. So, in the business story also, when Anand visits the travel shop, Kunal tries to understand Anand's problem. Then, Kunal asks Anand many questions regarding his travel, so this becomes our next responsibility, that is, meeting the requirements. Next, once Anand answers all the questions, Kunal understands his needs and lists the places that suit Anand's family. What does this mean? This means that Kunal tried to analyze the situation, and gave a solution. This becomes the next responsibility, that is, analysis. Then, Anand and Kunal began to speak so that the plan went adequately. This is the next responsibility, that is communication. And at last, Anand chooses a country and asks to book a ticket, then Kunal does all those asked by Anand. Here, what is Kunal doing? He is implementing the task which was asked for. This implementation was the last responsibility in our mentioned list. As now you are aware of business analysts. Let us now look into various skills of business analysts. Now that you know about roles and responsibility of a business analyst, we shall look into their skills. Skills of a business analyst. To become perfect in business analysis, it is required that those professionals must possess some relevant skills. If they have these skills, they will be able to perform the tasks in an efficient way. So, now, let us talk about these business analysis skills. In general, there are many skills required. This may be very confusing. So, to make you guys understand better, I have categorized the skills into various parts. These include hard, soft, and technical skills. These skills help them to improve their productivity, efficiency, and profitability. Apart from this, there are methodology skills that help the process of business analysis run smoothly. Now, let us discuss each skill in broader aspects. Let us now start the discussion with hard skills. Hard skills. So, hard skills are job-specific skills that mainly focus on practical knowledge of the subject. These skills must be present in every business analyst to improve the company's standards and proficiency. Let us now check the various hard skills required for any business analysis professional. The first one would be understanding the industry. Every business analysis professional must understand the trends in the industry and analyze their position in the present market. They also need to have a clear picture of what techniques, tools, methodologies, and skills others are using and implement more innovative ways to make their company's standards high. The next hard skill is collaborating with the stakeholders. The key responsibility of all the business analysis individuals is to communicate with each of the stakeholders. He or she is also required to convince his decisions to get the new implementation done right. To make all these happen, they must be in line with stakeholders and always update them with each change that is found. By doing all these, the demands of the stakeholders can be fulfilled. Understanding project management is the next hard skill. During the process of business analysis, or while performing various tasks, business analysts get themselves involved in the projects. Their tasks in the stream of project management are many. Business analysis helps in gathering all the data required for performing the project management activities. This process also helps them to identify the missing parts that would be caused in various project implementations. In addition to that, the analysis makes them document all the business requirements. Finally, make every individual actively participate in each part of the implementation that in turn converts the action to deliver the plan. Defining solutions. Business analysis emerged for a reason: to deliver adequate solutions. A business analyst's key duty is to check for the problems faced by most of the departments. After gathering the issues, a business analyst must formulate appropriate solutions so that proper implementation of the solution can be done. The next skill is organizational skills. Business analysts have to possess some organizational skills for the smooth running of their company. Some of them would be multitasking ability, diplomatic leader, adaptability, assertive in nature, time management, and analytical thinking. Soft skills. Coming up with the next category of skill, we have soft skills. Soft skills are those which are essential for the successful functioning of an organization. Every business analyst must have soft skills to survive in this competitive world. These skills are not specific to any job, but one must necessarily have these skills. These soft skills make any business analyst choose the correct decision and the right path that enhances the organization's proficiency. Some of the business analysis soft skills would be creative thinking. Creative thinking ability is one soft skill required in the business analysis to input great ideas and plans. This skill makes any business analyst choose a better approach to many problems. They also gain the capability to create new ideas and transformations that are suitable to the situation. Creative thinking skills also include inspiring and productively considering new plans, generating innovative ideas for themselves and others, updating existing concepts and ideas. The next soft skill is good communication in verbal and written form. Most of the time, business analysts have to interact with many clients, users, stakeholders, management, and developers. Hence, communication is the key element for them. As a business analyst, you are expected to arrange meetings, listen to each query, ask the right questions, gather new data, and build relationships with colleagues. To collectively make all these happen, effective communication is the only method. Problem-solving skills. Problem-solving is one of the fundamental business analyst skills. In-depth decision-making ability, problem-solving techniques, leadership qualities, etc., are all quoted as problem-solving skills. Business analysts' primary work is to build a clear understanding of problems, outline aspects of the problem, and to determine potential solutions. The various stages in problem solving are discussed now. Initially, to begin with, analysts identify the problem. After that, he or she creates a problem statement that states the problem. After doing all these, analysts will try to gather the relevant data that may help them to identify the cause for the issue they are facing. After analyzing the complete issue, he or she will try to formulate an adequate solution and then propose a relevant solution to the team. Later on, after completing all, analysts will try to implement the solutions. Negotiation skills. Business analysts negotiate or facilitate negotiations at every turn. At the very infancy of a project, negotiation skills are used to determine what should be included in the vision of the project, in the project charter. Hence, negotiation is one of the most underappreciated soft skills in the business world. For business analysts, the more you work with different types of people, the more you negotiate throughout the day. Coming to the next business analyst skill, we have technical skills. Business analysts must have technical competency in their work area to understand the present evolving technologies. Technical aspects include programming and testing the product, using cases for functional requirements, knowing about SQL, wireframes for visual needs, and many more. Let us now see all these skills. In the first line, we have data review and analysis. Data review and analysis are technical skills used by an analyst to help organizations make more effective business decisions by gathering and analyzing data for the business and evaluating them. Business analysts will use data to outline problems, figure out appropriate solutions for businesses, and document them back to their stakeholders. The next technical skill would be SQL. SQL allows a business analyst to clearly understand and interpret documents that contain results from many databases. It also enables you to perform a more comprehensive analysis of the data stored in relational databases. As a business analyst, you will be required to work on ER diagrams that consist of the information's entities and relationships where you need to prepare all your maps, documents, reports, etc. Knowing .SQL basics will help you in dealing with all the aspects mentioned above. Moving on, we have software testing. Software testing is the process of validating a developed software system to meet the desired business needs. Any defects identified during testing will be analyzed, verified, and retested by a business analyst to ensure that these are working as required. A business analyst is also involved in testing because he knows the overall system requirements and difficulties. Hence, any issues will be corrected and resolved quickly by business analysts. Some of the streams of testing where a business analyst works, but are not limited to, are user acceptance testing, system testing, security testing, integration testing, unit testing, regression testing, use case diagram. A use case diagram provides any business analyst a high-level description of what your system must do and who all can interact with it. Use case studies are those communication tools that are used to allow end users to express their necessity. The stakeholders can also identify how the user interacts with the system and can make the required steps to improve the system using use cases. Documentation. Documenting is one of the best technical skills required for a business analyst. It mainly concentrates on writing reports, planning the implementation, documenting, analyzing the details, etc. But, why write reports? The answer to here. The key reasons for writing reports are: documents and reports help understand the instances effectively, as it also includes parameters such as the target readers and the message you're trying to reach. Along with that, it helps to have a copy for future references. Methodology skills. As already mentioned, another skill the business analyst must be knowing is specific methodology skills. These are the additional add-ons that can make you successful in your workplace. Some of them are: Agile business analysis, business analysis tools, Six Sigma, modeling skills, business process modeling notation, BPMN. Now that we have discussed a business analyst's essential skills, let us now check the business analysis tools and know more about them. Tools are equipment that makes any work easy. As technology is raising its ability to reach out at every place, combining it with different tools makes a massive change to business analysts. There are many business analysis tools available that help them complete their work with ease and efficiency. Business analysis tools. The business analysis tools can be classified based on their functionalities. Business needs assessment tools. One of the key steps in business analysis is identifying, understanding, and analyzing business needs or requirements. Different tools are using which you can assess and analyze business needs. These tools are known as business needs assessment tools. Tools such as Microsoft Word, Excel, etc. help BAs track a report and manage documents. Analysis tools. Business analysts are required to convert the actions into diagrammatic representation for ease of understanding. They have to translate user requirements into models for designing effective solutions. There are a lot of tools that can assist business analysts in these tasks. Analysis tools like Google Docs, Microsoft Visio, and Pencil can effectively create user stories. These tools help build various entity relationship diagrams, create feature models, and efficient prototyping. Collaboration tools. A business analyst's primary role is to act as a moderator between the stakeholders and IT people. Every business analyst needs tools to ensure effective collaboration for meeting business and project goals. Thus, a small change in one department will be implemented effectively in all other domain blocks. For functioning these aspects, collaboration tools are used. Trello, Jira, Confluence are some of the collaboration tools used during business analysis. Now that you have understood various business analysis tools, we shall dive into the top 10 business analysis tools. Top business analysis tools. Microsoft Office tools. Business analysts widely use the below tool list of Microsoft suites. Microsoft PowerPoint. This particular software helps them prepare and deliver formal presentations. Every business analyst must be doing presentations. He also needs to communicate ideas, justify or provide project updates to stakeholders. With PowerPoint presentations, communication becomes easier. Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet-like tool. Excel has several built-in mathematical and financial functions that can perform data analysis. The work like reporting, creating dashboards, and creating tables can easily be performed using this tool. Microsoft Word. This particular software helps business analysts to create documents by making templates. Microsoft Word has so many templates and features that you can use for different purposes. It also offers various visual elements such as user-preferred fonts, themes, objects, shapes, smart arts, and Visio diagrams. Microsoft Visio. Microsoft Visio is a leading tool for business modeling. It is the tool that business analysts use to capture and present stakeholders' ideas effectively. It can also create case diagrams, project schedules, and project flowcharts to generate architecture diagrams and data models. Rational Requisite Pro. The Rational Requisite Pro is a must-have tool for every business analyst. It is one of the best tools for requirements management and working on requirement gathering and elicitation. It has a robust architecture that can easily manage documents that are dynamically linked to a project database. Business analysts can use Rational Requisite for conducting impact analysis, managing an audit trail of changes. It can also be used for querying and sorting data using a dynamic database that also helps in tracing their requirements. Pencil. A pencil is free to use and an open source tool. It is used for prototyping and creating easy mockups. It acts as a standalone tool that can be downloaded and used with a simple interface. Pencil is used for creating a prototype for the user that helps the customers understand the final product's look and feel. It also helps in implementing all the changes asked by the customers based on their needs to deliver the best outcome that models the decisions using a standardized approach. Google Docs. I am sure you might have heard of Google Docs. Google Docs offers several features that make using them very comfortable and easy. Some of the features that made business analysts to use it are: Google Doc is a handy tool for sharing documents online that allows to create, view, and edit files online. Also, one can download files in different formats such as PDF, text, docx, and many others. Balsamiq. Balsamiq is a leading cloud-based tool for designing wireframes that provide content and user interaction. This tool is an excellent tool for business analysts working on new product design, brainstorming, mind mapping, and sketching new business ideas that provides immediate feedback from stakeholders. This collaboration tool helps BAs communicate their vision for the product to the relevant stakeholders. Some of its cool features that help analysts to work faster and smarter include: the facility can host the projects online with a top-notch and easy-to-use user interface. It also has pre-installed libraries that allow building wireframes. Trello. Trello is one of the useful project collaboration tools. It uses a Kanban-style approach for managing and prioritizing tasks. With this tool, a business analyst can easily track his tasks, project plans, and the progress of key activities to be completed. Along with that, it helps to analyze the business data. Some of its cool features include: Trello can view team activity and also has an option of exporting data as a much easier way. With this tool, one can associate, organize boards with collections, and assign admins for privacy settings management. Version 1 Lifecycle. This is one of the excellent business analysis tools. It is a cloud-based agile application lifecycle management (ALM) solution that connects the unique feature of combining the capability with enterprise applications and open-source software development tools. It helps in engaging with stakeholders to track and report various software programs and projects. Some of its features are: Version 1 cycle is aligned with agile software development that immediately updates the attributes. It has an agile data mart design that automates decision-making during the software lifecycle. SmartDraw. To make project management work more comfortable, business analysts use SmartDraw. It is a diagram tool that helps you prepare flowcharts, organization charts, brainstorms, project charts, and other business visuals. Some of its features include: SmartDraw is easy integration with Microsoft tools and others that can install a firewall for security purposes. Along with that, it also offers different features for the automation of tasks. Wrike. The Wrike project management software is a software as a service, SaaS, product that BAs use as a real-time work management tool. This particular software makes it easier to manage and track projects, deadlines, and other workflow processes. It stores information centrally and decreases the overall project analysis cost. Some of its features are: Wrike provides core building blocks that have a visual timeline for viewing the project schedule. It also supports different automation features like live editing and file management. Knowing all these concepts, let us now see the career path in business analysis, so that one can start their profession in this stream. A career in business analysis. The last decade saw an explosion in demand for business analysts. According to LinkedIn, business analysis is one of the most needed skills of the year 2020. The career aspects for business analysts are growing by leaps and bounds. Presently, business analysis jobs are in high demand. People having technical skills in this field will have a great future. According to PayScale, an entry-level business analyst with less than 1 year of experience gets an average salary of $59,000. A business analyst with 1 to 4 years of experience earns an average salary of $65,000. A mid-career business analyst having 5 to 9 years of experience makes an average of $76,000. An experienced business analyst with 10 to 19 years of experience earns an average of $85,000. And business analysts with more than 20 years of experience earn up to $90,000. Now let us look into business analysts' salaries in various countries. So, this is the graph where I have mentioned the analyst's salary. You can see that France pays business analysts of about $52,000. The United Kingdom gives about $69,000 for a business analyst. Talking about Canada, this country approximately pays around $52,000. Next, the United States pays the highest compared to others mentioned in the graph. It roughly pays around $79,000. Business analyst's salary in Australia is found to be around $63,000. In India, these professionals are paid around $10,000. AMD, business analysts' earnings in Ireland can be seen to have about $49,000. Next, we have business analysts' salaries based on similar job roles. You have already seen some of them in the starting section of the video. Now, let us look into their salaries. First, we have a financial analyst who is paid around $74,000. Then, we have a research analyst whose approximate salary is found to be $56,000. An average salary of about $63,000 is obtained for a process analyst. Coming to the point of a data analyst, he earns up to $60,000. As a system analyst, you can earn up to $66,000, and as an agile system analyst, you can get a salary approximately of $78,000. Then, technical analysts get an average pay of $84,000. Now, let us discuss the career path of a business analyst. Think that you have already become a business analyst. So, what's next? What are all the options you have for furthering your career? So, after becoming a business analyst, you can become a senior business analyst, either as a general analyst or a senior software business analyst. Both of these professionals earn around $85,000. As a senior business analyst, you have more authority and responsibility compared to a normal business analyst. So, another option you have is to become a system business analyst. On an average, these professionals earn around $70,000. So, what after becoming a senior analyst, you have 3 more options to choose. Those are as a senior business analyst in Computer Stream, a project manager, or a product owner. These senior business analysts are responsible for reviewing assigned business processes from end to identify and address operational, financial and technological risks. Identify opportunities to improve efficiency. These individuals are also highly paid. So, coming to a project manager is a professional in the field of project management. They are responsible for the planning, procurement and execution of a project, in any undertaking that has a defined scope, defined start and a defined finish, regardless of industry. So, the next one is a product owner. Product owner is that person who is responsible for maximizing the value of the product resulting from the work of the Scrum team. Typically, a product owner earns around $86,000. So, skilled business analysts are a vital part of a business structure because they are responsible for multitasking, doing many jobs like reporting, documenting, creating solutions, tracking the stakeholders' needs at the same time. According to a Bureau of Labor Statistics survey, the business analyst role is likely to grow 19% by 2024. This will be the reason to consider a career in business analysis. You now know how big is the business analysis career, but do you know how to reach till there? Don't worry, I'll tell you the certifications you must possess to advance your career. Business analysis certifications. One convenient way to gain fluency in key business analysis techniques is through the Business Analysis Certificate. Now is a prudent time for those willing to switch to the business analysis profession, and Invensys Learning can help you get started. Business Analysis Certification from Exyn is globally recognized credentials in the field of business analysis. Invensys Learning provides online training on business analysis certification as a registered education partner with Exyn. There are 2 certification levels, Business Analysis Foundation and Business Analysis Practitioner Certification Training. So, how to get a business analysis career? First of all, there are no prerequisites to attend the exam. So, don't worry about the eligibility criterias. Then, register to our online training class, and upskill yourself with all sorts of business knowledge. As already mentioned, to do this, visit Invensys Learning. After that, try taking mock exams regularly and complete the exam within the given time limits. By taking up more mock exams, you will be able to understand the actual exam format, so that you will be good to go when you sit into your exam. Further, when you feel that you are ready, go through the exam and earn your business analysis certificate. After gaining a certificate from a reputed company like us, it will be easy to start with your career. After knowing all these aspects of business analysts, now I shall give you a demonstration of the Balsamiq tool. Demo. Now, let us start the demonstration by taking an example. Think that you are a business analyst working for a reputed company. The top managers ask you to create a wireframe for a product website. So, what will you do? How will you start? You start researching and decide to use the Balsamiq tool. But, do you know how to create a wireframe? I will show you now a demo on how to create a website wireframe. Before that, be ready by downloading the tool. Once you download the Balsamiq tool, you will arrive on this page. So, now you have to click on the Create a New Project button. Once you start, you land on this page. This is the front-end page, where we make use of all the tools and create our project. First, you have to name your project. As it is a website wireframe for a product, we shall name it as a product. Then save it. Then these are the tools, and other commonly used accessories that are used for e-designing. Let us understand some of those tools while designing the wireframe. Now, let's get started. As it is a website, we need to take the website window and place it on screen. To do this, we can double-click on the tool. Then, you have an option to enlarge the website window depending on how big you need it. Just drag the arrows. Then, you now need to mention the name and the URL. To do that, just double-click on the text. And then name as you want. Then, click outside the tab, and the name automatically gets saved. Next, we need to add text, so, in the toolbar, just scroll and you can find a text option. Just double-click on it. Now, to rename it, once again double-click on the text, and then name it. Once done, drag and drop the text inside the website window and align to the place where you need it. So, as it is a website, you are required to add some social media profiles. To do this, select icons. Then, drag it into the website window. Now, to name it, just go to the icon, search for which profile, like what I'm doing is Facebook. Then, you also are required to add a link to the icon. To do this, just click on the link, select for a web page. Then, type or paste the appropriate link. Then save it. Next, to add other social profiles, you need not follow the same steps. Just duplicate the icon and change the icon and the link, like how I am doing for LinkedIn and Twitter. Now, we need a rectangular shape. We can get it here, just double-click, drag until it fits into the window. Now, let us add a text box. Here, we can mention the details of the product in a paragraph. You can include multiple paragraphs, if you want to. Next, to edit this, just double-click and paste or type your description. Then, now we need an image. Just scroll the toolbar. Yeah, we can find it now. Double-click, get into the window and resize it. To add an image, it is simple. Go to the image, add, select the image and press enter. Then, according to the picture, you can adjust the size. Now, I need another text box inside a rectangle. To do this, I shall group these rectangles and text boxes. And then, I shall duplicate the same. Now, it looks so big, so I shall resize it to make a proper shape. Now, let me arrange all of these properly. Next, I need buttons, so where are these? I found here, in the same way of the text, just edit this into home. So, what we are doing is, we shall create a website that has multiple pages. And these pages are linked through these buttons. I shall drag and keep it in the window. Then, I will duplicate the same, and rewrite the name as About Us and Contact Us. Now, let me link all these particular buttons to their corresponding wireframes. Now, I shall edit the name of wireframes to the same names of the buttons. Do this for all three. Then, I need a calendar. Let me place it here. Then, I'll group all social media icons to one, so that it is always aligned. Now, I copy all of this, and paste it into the About Us section. I did this because, I need to design a similar wireframe here too. Now, I shall delete those things which are not required here. Now, I group all these buttons and bring them up. Then, place the get down, and remove this calendar too. Now, I get the text up above, resize it. Add another image. Now, I need another rectangle, I took it, a text box. The other way of getting tools is to just drag and drop to the specific place, I did the same now. I shall resize it. Now, I'll take another rectangle, here I add attachments. So, I will take a text, rename it. Get it placed. Then, I feel this text is too huge, I reduce the size, bold it. Now, I will center a line. Then we'll duplicate the same, reduce the size, and then duplicate this. Now, I shall link them. To do this, just go select link from a website, type or paste the link. Just don't forget to save the link once done. Now, I need a similar wireframe, so I select all, copy, and paste it into the Contact Us section. As how I did in the About Us section, I will remove the extra tools. I will resize the rectangle, resize the image, add the text, and edit it, and place into the rectangle. Then, this completes the Contact Us section. And so, the design is done. To view this, you can